Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome to what's going to be a pretty short series, Scanner Sombre. I think I'm just going to kind of do it all today. I think it's like an hour and a half long. Story behind this is Humble Bundle Monthly thing, Humble Bundle Monthly, or whatever they call it, had this with the bundle, and I've actually been really interested in playing this for a while, so I figured we might as well do it together. It's going to be a short thing, but it's a really cool thing from the little bit I saw. So this is our little camp. There's our family, and our water, and our duct tape. And this is the dark outside. Thank goodness it's got some lighting over here. So we're going to put on our Oculus or whatever VR equipment we decide to have here. And our cool scanner gun. So, the big thing about this game, if you haven't seen it, you're probably picking it up right now, is that, as far as I know, pretty much the entirety of the game is completely dark. And in order to see, you have to fire this scanner thing. And it paints out your environment for you. And the closer the objects are, the redder they are. So that's really close, blue's really far. If you're really close to a thing, you can paint it more accurately. But if you're really far, it kind of does a scatter thing, kind of like a shotgun. And I want to say I've seen about like 15 minutes of this game. And then I ended up stopping for one reason or another. But this game looks super cool. And I don't even know what story or whatever there is behind it. But it just looks super cool. So a little bit of backstory. To my understanding, this game was made by the people who made Gone Home. That was another really short series I did. All splishy splashy. And I think Dear Esther, which I haven't done, but you know, it's sort of, it's one of those like exploration games basically. And I guess I don't know what the story turns into, but I mean, you can say it's just sort of like a chill game. Maybe it gets spooky later, but it's sort of like just a really chill game. And you can even see through the walls and see the areas you've already been. That's another cool thing. And I mean, there's WASD, you can jump, shoot, and zoom. I think that's about all the controls we have. Nobody had been as deep as this for thousands of years. Look at this. Isn't this kind of frightening? Just walking into the darkness. It was utterly alone. No call for help would ever reach the surface. See, they can go and paint it again, and it's not so scary. My friends all told me I was crazy. My wife couldn't understand my obsession. But I showed her. I got the HTC Vive and went into a cave. I had to know if the myths were true. You could really just, like, tape down your left mouse button and just walk. I had to see if there truly was an immersive game that I could use my HTC Vive for. And this game, as you likely imagine, is also in VR, so, you know, just another little cool factor. If you have one of those things. I do not. It's kind of one of those games where I would have found it pretty hard to buy outright, but because it came in a bundle, that was really cool. You know, but it's really hard to justify spending money on a 2-hour game sometimes, unless it's really cheap or the game is especially good. Alright, here's something. Like light emitters. Ah, there's a bridge. Aperture. Oh, I see. You can, like... That's an annoying noise, by the way. You can really hone it in. Or you can spread it way out. This place had been even older than the legend suggested. Resolution was astonishing. Never before had such a powerful geologic scanner been available. That's an annoying noise. We're gonna avoid doing that if we can. Yeah, if you don't end up doing everything, like, let me get to a little area where I can see. You can still see everywhere we've been so far. It's a really cool effect. Hello? Tis a man. Or a shell of a man. Oh, that's cool. I kind of just noticed it. You can... I kind of painted over it, but you can vaguely see, like, the faint outline behind him. In fact, I kind of want to see if I can do that over here really quick. You can see, like, the vague outline behind him that he blocked. That's kind of cool. While this is really cool, I could... Oh, that's the sound of you sliding on things. I could really see this being kind of creepy. Okay, so there's like pillar things in here. And it looks like there was a collapse over here. Sorry if that sound is annoying anybody else. Don't worry. It's a little aggravating to me too. I don't think there's a whole lot going on over here. It's just like... It's... Well, okay, let me say this. It is a very large bit of environment that you can sort of fully map out. Like, if you fully, really just cover everything real good, you actually get a really good picture of what the environment in your area looks like. Now, you can't see through it very well, but you can see what's going on around it really well. So that's kind of cool. I guess just maybe incentive just to paint it a little better so you can get a better picture. In fact, I do need a thumbnail for this, so maybe we could use something like that. That might be a good thumbnail. Whoa. Doing a lot of sliding around. Okay, is this not the way to go? Ah, this is the way to go. Okay. It's hard to tell. I couldn't tell if I was in a different room or not. Okay, mouse feels a lot faster. I've always liked the feeling of being in caves. Not necessarily like big, wide open caves, though those are kind of cool too. But these really small crevices like this are really cool in a cave. This looks like a point of no return. Okay, we're in another temple-y room. In fact, I think we're on the other side of the collapse. Possibly. Oh, you even get different... Depending on what you're walking on, you even get different sounds. I know that's not like a big, you know, amazing thing in the video game world, but for a game where you can't see the ground, that's kind of... It gives you a lot of, you know, hints as to what's going on around you. Yeah. So using this, you can, from a distance, you can really map out exactly what it looks like. It kind of blows me away when I step back and think about it, like how cool this looks. And it's such a simple game design, but it's really neat. Just kind of, you know, slowly uncovering the world, slowly coloring it. Don't think we're going to make that jump. It does look like we can fall down here, probably. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I didn't think about. With a game like this, I think you kind of have to... I don't think you can really have that many moving items. It's more, I mean, it's more of an exploration game, as we previously stated. But you can't really have that many moving things. Otherwise it kind of messes up the effect, I think. This is a cool room, though. So anyway, if any more story pops up, I'll start talking about it, but obviously this game doesn't have a lot of story to it, so... Some nice water down there. I figure I can do a little talking as well. So, I did just, if you've been paying attention, I did just finish, like, with fairly quick succession, 3 of my game series that I've been doing. And I've only really got Danganronpa V3 left right now. This is going to be over really quick. In fact, I'm fairly certain, unless something weird happens, that I'm going to get this all done today. Like I said before, we are going to get started with Higurashi pretty soon. In fact, I may end up doing that tomorrow or the next day. But don't quote me on it. Okay, that got me past that gap. Don't know what to do about that gap. Can I jump this? No. Okay. Oh, I see. But now I'm on this side and I can jump over there. Gotcha. So, Higurashi's going to be soon. But that's only going to leave me with 2 series, and, well, 2 series is okay. I'd like to see if we can get a 3rd one. Excuse me, man? Is he going to chase me? Okay. I hadn't seen this far in the game. I want to say I just saw that man, and that was as far in the game I'd seen. Ooh. But I was thinking about ideas for other series. I was thinking about a DS game, possibly. It's been a while since we've done one of those. And I kind of got excited at the idea. Alternatively, there was a shooter that I've been wanting to do a Let's Play of for some time. Never did iron out all the glitches. So I might end up doing a shooter as well. I'm going to give it another day or 2 of thought before I jump on that, though. Sometimes you'd see sensor echoes from days earlier. Calibrations turn to ghosts. But even so, I can never explain everything I saw. I tell you what though, this is a good stream game, and I thought about streaming it, but I'd have to plan that out, and I didn't really want to do it. I wanted this just to be a quick thing. You can still see way back there. So, I decided not to do a stream of this game. Anyway, so might do a DS game, might do a shooter. Somebody else mentioned that they have been wanting to see me do Persona 4, which, since I do happen to have that now because I got it from a friend, might be something I'm interested in doing. Like I said, I'm gonna think on it for a day or two, but that's another possibility I'm considering. I don't know if we can make that jump. Our character, he jumps high enough, but he doesn't get a lot of distance out of that jump. Can you run? No, I don't think you can. But I think we need to get over there. So that goes somewhere. Now, is that how I'm supposed to get over there, or is that just go somewhere? I'm gonna try it. Nope. That's not how you do that. You cannot make that jump. Okay. Oh, everything's getting purple. Oh. All my scans I made since the save just went away. Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I know a lot of people here don't watch me to watch shooters, but truth be told, I like a lot of different kinds of games, and it has been a little while since I've done a Let's Play of a shooter game that I thought had an interesting story. Oh, maybe this. Ah, I see. This is dangerous. So that's why I have a shooter on my list of possibles. Kind of spooky. Oh. That's the other thing. It's kind of hard to see, like, big ravines in the ground. I don't know if this is a horror game. I don't think it is. I think it's supposed to be one of those, like, maybe like a psychological game. You know? Not necessarily horror, but certainly could be considered scary. I think I'm, like, phasing through the wall slightly. Door scan. Ah, so this is like a quick scan. But it takes time to charge. Oh, I see. It's on the bottom left there. Gotcha. This looks dangerous. It leaves a neat pattern on the walls, too. Of course, like usual, if anyone has any ideas, let me know. I'm kind of... The only thing that makes me not want to do Persona 4, because I am considering it, like, decently heavily, The only thing that makes me not want to do Persona 4 is that would have me doing like RPG after RPG. I don't know. I try not to do too many of the same games at the same time if I can help it. I like a little variety in what I'm playing. Oh, this looks... I think... Is this farther down inside the same canyon thing? I think it might be. Okay. I think that crosshair is where it gets just really dense and it's pretty much just solid color. I think I need to jump that. Whoa! I didn't even notice there was a jump there until I was like at it. But yeah, RPG after RPG, maybe not the best move, I'm thinking. So we might wait on Persona 4 until one of the other games that I'm doing finishes. Like one of the other planned games is what I mean. This is almost kind of one of those games you have to experience for yourself, though. Watching someone else play it, you know, while they just, like... You might be interested in really painting the room real good so you can get just a better picture of what the room looks like. Whereas someone else might just be interested in just, like, pushing forward as much as they can. It's just this really cool effect, too, because, like... You can kind of see the edges, and then when you move, you can't see as much. Yeah, look at that. That's super cool. I'm gonna do another one. And you get that effect again. And it makes kind of a square pattern, too. Because it looks like it basically does, like, 4 planes. Is that a spooky skeleton? That might be a spooky skeleton. Which way do we go, I wonder? Could go up. I almost want to say that that's the way we're supposed to go. I think there might be rubble over here. Let me check. Yeah. This way looks fairly impassable. I don't know, you might be able to get up these rocks. I think there's an invisible wall here, though. That's what it's feeling like. Alright, that's fine. I've said this before, but I like these kind of shorter Let's Plays every once in a while. I'll talk in a minute. The temple must have been over 1,000 years old. I knew they existed. I'd searched for the cultist all my life. finally see it in person. To be the first. But I don't believe in flashlights. Only VR. Anyway, I like these short little games every once in a while. They're nice because when you do a really long game, while it does have a certain sense of familiarity with it after a while, it also just kind of, it can feel like a slog, you know, if you're doing like a 30, 40, 50 hour game. Or longer, I should say, because I've done longer than that, obviously. And not that it's a bad slog, but it does generate that feeling sometimes. Where you're just like, can I play something else? So it's... I like to do these short ones every once in a while. I think they're kind of fun. Like, Gone Home was particularly interesting just because it's something that was different from anything I'd really done in a while. So we've got the Antler God over here, showing his mighty wisdom and power as he stands above the crowd. You know, the noises really do a lot for this too, since while you can see you have somewhat limited sight. What is that? Is that? Oh, that's a statue. One of the statues fell over, it looks like. You have somewhat limited sight, so the noises really paint a picture in your mind as well. This is where they perform the sacrifices. Yeah, this is exactly where I want to hang around. The more I scanned around the altar, the more it revealed. I was gonna say, is there a reason why this isn't getting colored? We're gonna do a couple, like, good scans in here, I feel. Looks like there's some benches around as well. You know, for the spectators to watch the sacrifices, I guess. That's sort of how it goes, right? Like, when you're doing sacrifices, there's usually spectators. Otherwise, there's no point in sacrificing them. Alright, let's keep going. Looks like there is a walkway that goes up there as well. Point of no return, it's saving. Welcome. They're welcoming me. Oh! Oh, they killed themselves. That's the kind of family-friendly game I want. Not for you. Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, this is really cool. So you can see everything that you've done already. So we got the scanner down there. Aperture control. Burst. There's a chasm. Looks like there's prisons in front of us. Cultist monastery. I'm not entirely sure if I want to jump off, you know? I always wondered how many poor guys they threw over the edge. Oh yeah, they kind of... Another outline. They kind of threw them, didn't they? there a reason why I can't fill in their feet? It's a little bit spooky.